is up, all you beautiful people? Beautiful people watching, listening, liking, learning, subscribing to, well, it is the Intangible Commerce Podcast. But there is something I want to talk about today that's not necessarily intangible because it's in my hand. So I've been working on this project for a little while. It's a company that does batters for deep frying your fried okras, onion rings, heck, chicken fried steak. You ever had that? Man, it's a country staple if you never had that. Head down to your local Cracker Barrel, where I am not currently sponsored, but I'm working on this thing. Oh, I don't know if I can get that in the camera or not. Ray Ray's batter. Ray Ray's signature blend. There's all sorts of different flavors we're going to be coming out with, but the idea behind this is it's not your typical, I'm going to go to the grocery and grab whatever, deep fry batter ABC. I just realized fan's still on. It's probably causing a lot of background noise. Yeah, I can actually see it. So I'm going to grab my handy dandy remote and turn that off. And it won't work because why would it? We're filming, so of course it's not going to work. We're just going to do this. Here, watch. Oh, can't see me. It's still not working. Through the power of editing, the fan is off. The background noise has been canceled. So why am I talking about this? Why do I think it's important? So I'm taking the journey of an e-com merchant. I work a full-time job that I thoroughly enjoy, as a matter of fact. But it's not that you can't do things. So with today's market, boys and girls, ladies and gents, anybody else, you have the ability to start an online business, an e-commerce business, and you can make it successful, and it does not have to consume your every single minute of every single day. And I don't think a lot of people know that. I mean, listen, to be long-term with it, absolutely. You get to a point where you have to put some more focus into it. But 3PL has really kicked up over the last few years. If you haven't noticed, there's the largest segment of growth in 3PL in the history of the country. It's incredible. So if you have a product like that, especially, look at this. Look at this. If you guys are on, here we go. I think I might actually just post this on YouTube because it makes sense to show you something that you can't see on Spotify. But this pouch, it measures, I think it's 8-inch by 5. And it's tiny. It's tiny. The product is simple. It's a mixed blend of flour, spices, and some other top secret ingredients. Yours truly knows the recipe. I have been working on this thing for months and months and months, so perfecting it, and just a little bit of time. Think about that hour and a half every day that you go home, eat dinner, and then everything after that is whatever you want to do with it. So if you get done with work, say around 5-6 o'clock, maybe 6:30, you hang with the fam, half hour to get ready. Maybe you grab some dinner or you're cooking dinner. Hour and a half, 2 hours later, it's like what? 8 o'clock ish. What are you doing between 8 and most people are going to bed at like 11:30 these days? What are you doing for those 2.5, 3 hours? Take 45 minutes and just invest it into something like this. You take 45 minutes a day and play around with some spice blends. You can take 45 minutes a day to play around with some labeling and colors, and take your Saturday. Maybe you put a couple hours in. Or if you're like me, you're working on it the entire weekend. Sometimes it depends on what the kids have going on, because I am a father of 3. So for those of you saying, "Oh, easy for you to say, you don't have any kids," I bet not true. I've got 3 teenagers, so they keep me pretty busy. But it's about creating time to create that opportunity to do something unique and special. And so that's what I'm trying to do with this. And the idea here is that eventually we'll get it to a co-packer, but to do it in-house for now, quote unquote, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard if you have a good business plan. So if you understand the e-com market, then you know exactly what you need to do and how you need to do it. But if you don't, then you're going to be struggling a little bit more. So anyway, all that is to say that Ray Ray's is going live probably December. We're thinking, it's looking maybe December-ish. I have insurance in place, manufacturing is in place, distribution is almost there. Working through some website challenges, as we all constantly are. I got to make sure the site is speedy for SEO, search engine search engine optimization. For those of you who aren't familiar with the term SEO, marketing is huge. For this food brand, I'm basically just going to market it on TikTok and probably Facebook, because they sort of go hand in hand. I'm going to grab a sip of this delicious coffee. Delicious coffee. For those of you who don't know how freaking early it is here in southern Indiana, northern Kentucky area, it is dark and cold. The weather is not keeping up with us these days. It's getting colder and colder. But yeah, I don't want to ramble too long, as I'm known to do. The idea behind this, is it's to create awareness and excitement around what you can do with an e-com brand in 2023. You could let the market conditions tell you this and tell you that, but with a little bit of investment, you can really do a lot with a short period of time. I've seen and consulted with companies who have only been on the market for a year and a half. Some of them are breaking even. Some of them are profiting. There's the rare occasion where you've got a company who in less than a year is doing over $1 million, right? That's pretty rare. But the company that's hitting 750s, really start, like I often warn business owners of this, especially in new e-com businesses. When you launch a new brand or something like that, they start making money very quickly, and that early sales data can really trick you into thinking you got something special, and they will rush off and quit their jobs and these things. And it's like, dude, no, never, ever, unless that thing is turning 20, 30 mil. Like, you need to chill, dude. Because what you can do is take advantage of drop shipping and third party packaging, co-packaging, FBA for some businesses. I'm going to stay off Amazon for now because of their tendency to steal new and exciting products and remake them on their own. Sorry, Amazon, not going to be doing it. Not today. Maybe later. Once I got some brand recognition, then it won't matter. But until then, yeah, not happening. But it really doesn't need to be that where you feel like, oh, it's 7, I'm turning a profit, I should quit my job and focus on it full time. No, dude, you should not. You should not do that, because what you should do is stick with what you've done, figure a way to automate it, to scale it without you having to invest all your time into it. There are marketing firms, there's marketing programs out there. There are social media influencers you can hire, social media companies that specifically grow brands on social media. Like, that's their whole job. So they already have the studio. You don't need to rush out and buy this stuff. It's all existent within the market and tangible to folks who are out there looking for it. So, this whole thing is to say that you don't have to spend every waking moment like you did, I think, late 80s, early 90s, early 2000s even. It was like, if you're going to start a business, it is very, I would say it's analog, right? You're hands-on. It doesn't happen unless you're making it happen. People are hearing ads on the radio and seeing them on TV, or they're picking up a flyer in the newspapers, etc. It was very analog, very manual. There were a few marketing agencies, but they were proper expensive marketing agencies. It's not the case. You can hire a company. There's marketing agencies. I could give them like $1,500 and they'll run the ad. They'll do the targeting. They'll even create the commercials. So it's like it is tangible, especially if your business is turning a small profit. So, just for those of you that may be on the fence of doing something with ecom, I highly encourage it. I highly encourage it. Friends and family are a really great initial source of sales data as well, because there's going to be those who are like, they're always going to look at your product through the lens, typically anyway, of someone who's like wanting to be super nice. So if your product is okay, they'll tell you it's great. If your product is bad, they'll tell you it's good. And if your product is terrible, they'll tell you it's bad. So use that as a litmus when you're getting market feedback from friends and family. They're going to be nicer, so it's skewed a little bit. So you might come out the gate thinking that you've got something better than what you do have. So be mindful. You need blind research. Like, as an example, if I'm cooking something, a product I'm cooking, like Ray Ray's batter, I'm initially probably not going to tell them that it's mine. I'll just bring it like to a family thing. You'll bring fried chicken or whatever you're bringing with your product. In my case, it's typically fried chicken. Shout out fried chicken. And, it's going to be like, hey, I brought the chicken. And they'll be like, oh my God, this is really freaking good. Where'd you get this? Or, this chicken's kind of off, isn't it? I don't like this. So it's a blind tasting. Anyway, I'm just now thinking and talking out loud about all the things that I've been doing. This has been going on for such a long time. And we're really on the precipice of the precipice. Ooh. We're in a world where Ray Ray's batter is on the precipice of release. We really are on the precipice of launching this brand, and I'm really excited to see the feedback from it. It is pretty unique. There are some things like it, but not many. So you got your signature blend. We're launching with 4 spices. There's the signature blend, and then there's a spicy version of that. And then I have dill blend and a spicy version of the dill. Behind that, I'm thinking probably I'm going to go Cajun. I thought about doing like a chicken parm specific one, but then it made me nervous to pigeonhole myself into any one thing. So I'm thinking now that maybe having an Italian style blend makes sense, and you can do with it what you may. I mean, some people, you can make a sandwich out of it. You can do all kinds of things with a different blend. So yeah, I'm just trying to like really think outside the box and do some research on what flavors make sense, what flavors don't make sense, as I'm talking and like yawning at the same time. It is so early. I have no time to film these days between everything. So yeah, if you have ideas or thoughts on flavors and spices and blends, I'd love to collaborate, and heck, I'll even name it after you. Person X's blend, who won't get royalties, just the clout of having made it. But I mean, it is unique. There's all kinds of things I can do, and places we can take this business. The most challenging part is making the base batter, because you can have a Cajun blend, but if that is the only thing that people are tasting, what I've come to notice is that it does not go well. They don't like it. It's overpowering. So I really spent a lot of time figuring out the blend of flavors that make people go, "Ooh, that's good." And it's not enough. I mean, like fried chicken on its own is good. You can pretty much take flour, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and you're good. Throw that crap together. Toss some chicken in it, deep fry it. Fried chicken's good. It's salty. It's delicious. Um, the challenge here is, how do I take that same batter and I encompass it from chicken to fish to shrimp to okra to onion rings to whatever, shoes. maybe not shoes, but anything like that. How do I do that where it's everything that you can do it with, and now that was more challenging simply because the flavor profile of the foods is different. So this product is extremely unique in the way that you can attack any sort of anything that you want to deep fry with this batter. So I'm really excited to see it hit the market. It is going to directly compete with, good grief, I can't quit yawning. It's going to directly compete with some massive brands that have been around for a really long time, but I just find them boring. And I think it's time for something new, something unique. And I'm hoping that Ray Ray's, with its awesome colors and vibrancy, is the answer to the market's demand for something fresh. And on that bombshell, I'm going to just drink probably 10 more cups of coffee and get ready for work here in about an hour or so. And until then, hope you guys check us out. RayRaysBatter.com. You can pre-register. There is a discount offer I'm pretty sure I made live for early adopters, and I'm probably going to open pre-order. I swear. I swear I slept last night. I promise I did. Look at me. Oh my goodness gracious. I am this has been a great episode. I'm probably going to open pre-orders in December and then launch shipping. I'm not sure if it'll happen after the holiday or not. I'm really still tossing that around because I promised my family that we'd go on vacation, and I really want to take a nice vacation. It's been a long time since your boys had a nice vacation, and I've got so many travel points. So we'll see. I'm thinking we might start taking pre-orders in December and shipping starting January, because I don't want to rush it. I want to be ready. I want to be thoroughly prepared and have everything really ironed out and give them extra time. Like I said, there is some distribution stuff I'm still sorting through, and it's mid-November. So it's like I really want to make sure that we're bringing forward a solidified product to the market. So it might be January before we actually start shipping, but that early adoption discount, you got some really nice offers already there. Sign up for it and you will get the email to tell you all about it. And until then, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.